So the next DLC has been revealed. It's the Nyakuza Metro. I like the theme actually. Like first off, right off the bat, I like the theme. It's something I didn't completely expect, but at the same time, it sounds weird, but I didn't expect it, but I wouldn't say it's completely unexpected to have something like this. To have a metro. Or to even have something based on animals, like cats, of course. I mean, there's Silent Time, there's always going to be some funky animals around, if it's seals, if it's walruses, if it's anything like that. And you can already tell that Hatkit is already part of the Nyakuza because she swears. And so generally I also like the theme in general that we're gonna have some metro neon lights going around. There's some cat trains that we've seen. And apparently there's a bit more emphasis on momentum movement. Cool, thanks. Some momentum movement, because it has always been a thing that you can use momentum from moving platforms, from elevators, something like that, to keep Hatkit in afloat and jump really far. I mean, I've done that a lot when I play custom maps. I try to look for places where I can abuse that. And it's cool that it's actually being used in the game now as like a thing you're supposed to do. So I do enjoy that as well, to like take more of the gameplay that is already in the game and makes a bit more of and actually like make people use it, get people to use it, and make people realize like, hey, you can actually do this. That's pretty cool. It's because it's not like they've randomly decided, hey, we're gonna add a new gimmick to the game that's just in the stage, which I mean would have been fine as well. But it's more like this is thing in this game that's always been there, and we didn't really make it a thing that you were supposed to use. But hey, let's just make some gameplay around that. That's pretty cool. And it's nothing outlandish, and people should be able to get behind this very easily. I mean, of course, if you're on a moving train and you jump, you keep some momentum. Of course you do. So it also seemed like there was like, I can't talk too much about the level design because I didn't actually watch the like 40-minute preview of like Saria and Jenna playing a little bit through it, because I didn't want to get spoiled too much. So I'm not gonna go too deep into that because I'm not quite qualified, and I also haven't played the map, of course. But it seemed to me like there was more of an open area and then some side areas. So if there's like one big open area and then a bunch of side areas, if that is the case, this does not have a hitbox. This is not standable. Cool. If that is the case, that seems totally fine with me. That's totally okay. But like I said, I'm not going to talk much about it because I haven't looked at that and I haven't played it yet, so who knows. I'm going to do a level design video on that stage as well, because of course I'm going to do that. I've done level design video on every stage so far, even on the cruise, so of course I'm going to do that as well. So theme is good, level design's going to take a look at that. Gameplay looked alright to me. I'm going to say that the fact that it said here, hey, there's what do you say? That there's 10 timepieces. I'm not quite certain that means that there's a lot of content to it. I assume there's a lot of content to it because it's just that and the 50 player multiplayer, when the other DLC had a new act and new multiplayer stuff that had the co-op. But it also had Death Wish, and Death Wish had a ton of stuff to it. Not all of which was great. Not all of which was well designed. I'm gonna be honest about that. But it did have Death Wish as well. But now this time we don't have Death Wish. We still have the multiplayer expansion thingy, and we only have the act. We only have the chapter, which to me makes it seem like there's gonna be that the act is. The chapter, I keep saying act, but the chapter is indeed bigger. The chapter is indeed bigger this time. And I mean, but the reason I bring this up is because just saying 10 timepieces doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be really, really big. Because I seen like 2 of the timepieces they showed off in the teaser seemed like they were not really at the end of like some grand journey. It almost looked like they were just there in the middle of the stage and you could just get to them very easily. I don't know, like I said, I haven't seen the level design yet, but just 10 timepieces doesn't mean anything if the timepieces are easy or quick to get. If it's like 10 fully fleshed out acts, that's pretty amazing. That would be really amazing. Well, actually 10 fully fleshed out acts, but we're gonna have to watch out for that. So yeah, Music, of course, music is totally fine because I made the music. I'm Pascal. Okay, no, I'm not actually lying. I am Pascal, but I didn't make the music. It's made by Pascal Michael Stiefel. The piece of the soundtrack that I used for the trailer, the one that I also uploaded to the YouTube, was really fucking good. It was really fucking good. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I like the music already. Style overall, I liked as well. I'm gonna put this aside for now and keep talking. I like the style as well. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna put this riddle up to chat. I'm gonna put this riddle up to chat while I keep talking about the DLC. So I like the style as well. Like I said, the Metroid style with a bit of cat stuff. I like the crime stuff as well. Hatkit is bad now and she swears, which is why I have this Hatkit swears mod on. So to get a bit more into how Hatkit becomes this really ruthless killer that she's already been all this time. I mean, she's killed a lot of mafia, killed a lot of people actually. So I also like the fact that Hat in Time, even though it's like this childish aesthetic and like this childish tone, still has a lot of like crime and bad people. Like Snatcher is not it's not a good guy. He's a very, very bad guy. Let's be honest about this. Conductor and Grooves. Mostly Conductor has done some crazy shit, like blowing up a train. Like, come on, what is he doing? Stuff like that. And Conductor also isn't really that much of a good guy. He's not that much of a bad guy either, but he's certainly not like a paragon of goodness that you would expect from like a child games or something. And it seems like now they're going more into this way that yeah, this crime and stuff. Okay, for a second I'm gonna do this riddle. I'm never moving, but always looking immortal till the day I crumble. What am I? It's a statue. Actually, would this even do anything? I don't even remember the game being able to have like a yes/no check on it if what you've entered is correct. I can probably just enter anything here, right? Right? What? Is that some custom mechanics? I don't remember this. Anyway, a few more about the DLC while I walk around and try and find a secret, because it's certainly going to be a secret somewhere. Something I wanted to talk about though is the multiplayer, because personally, when it comes to like, I think Hat in Time is one of the best platformers ever made, and it was one of my favorite games actually. It's become that after its release, like over the year. I've liked it more and more as time went by, and it's sort of crept into that spot now. But when I think about what I want, multiplayer is not really something that I personally care about. And I know a lot of people don't care about it because who actually has friends? Who actually has friends playing video game? Who has 50 friends? Who is brave enough to join random people's games when there's 49 other people there they don't know? Like, what? Who is brave enough to do that? Who is social enough to do that? Come on. But I think it's still very important that Hat in Time does do the multiplayer stuff, because this is something that allows you to draw people in that you otherwise might not be able to draw in. So now there's people who want to play stuff together who are like, well, Hat in Time is like a single player platformer. Why would I play that together with someone? So now we have co-op, which is cool, but isn't it like local co-op actually? I don't think it's on multiplayer, like online. Is that online? I'm not actually quite sure. I actually don't know. But then you had co-op, but it's like, okay, I have more than one friend I want to play a video game with, so Hat in Time isn't the thing for that. So yeah, here we go. Here's a bunch of more people you can play the game with. Because I think if you just said, okay, we're gonna add more of the same content to it, you're gonna make the people happy that already like your game, but you're not gonna do anything to diversify your game. You've just added more to it. More of the same to it. You've made it longer, okay? You've taken your big long thing and you've made it longer, but you haven't made it like, you haven't increased the girth. So this is basically what they're doing with the multiplayer changes as well. They're gonna add new perspectives to it. Like now you can experience the game in a completely different way, which is also what they did with Death Wish. We don't just want to add new content. want to make sure that people can enjoy our game in different ways, add something for different people. And I think this is a really cool thing to do with DLC, and one of the things that DLC should do. I like it when DLC add new game modes or new cool things to the game that the core game didn't really need, but is cool to have. Like, I know if you go down that route too hard, you can end up with DLC that adds features to the game that the core game really should have had. But I mean, if you think about a game like Hat in Time, this game doesn't need co-op or multiplayer at all. It's at its core as a single player experience. It's really just an added bonus. And for that, I really like that it's DLC. This is what you use DLC for. And so in that sense, I also want to commend them for doing that with DLC. So yeah, that's mostly my thoughts about the Nyakuza Metro so far. Of course, I'm going to play it when it comes out, like 10th of May, I think it is. I'm going to play it the entire day. I was gonna say as long as it takes for me to beat it 100%, but that's gonna be like an hour at most probably, because I play games really fast. Even when it's my first playthrough, I go through it really fast. But we're gonna play through it. We're gonna stretch it out for the entire day, which I don't know how long that's gonna be. But yeah, 10th of May, gonna be there when it releases. Gonna play it to the fullest. Be there or be round. You can also be square if you want to. That's that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys there. That's the end of the YouTube video.